Hi, my name is Alex and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I've always wanted to say that. In this video, I'm going to share with you part of my second lesson with International Master Andras Toth as he's preparing me for the CoachChamps tournament taking place in October. In this part of the lesson, we worked on evaluation and positional decision making. I hope you enjoy.
Now discuss evaluation and positional decision making. What opening do you think this mess occurred from? Hyper bullet 1v1. First of all, I don't think that there is another form of hyper bullet other than 1v1. Second of all, I would rather eat this book than do hyper bullet. All right. What was the opening, young lady?
This was a London, wasn't it?
Funnily enough, it didn't have to be, but it could have been, yes. You are right. You are white. What is your move and why? And you need to give me a plan as well.
Okay. My move is, it would probably be 95 here. Bringing the piece to the center, that opens up the queen as well.
It is an absolutely fabulous idea. It is not the best move, however. And the reason for that is because as much as 95 is the best plan you can do here, and you should in fact aim for this, Black has a similar centralizing idea of their own. What is that?
94, maybe?
Right, which is obnoxious. We don't want that. Thus, your move before we go to 95 is
Rook e1 prevents that?
Exactly. I reckon that the queen e2 is also good. I dislike c2 because, as you said, 95 opens the queen up this way. So rook e1, 95, queen f3, queen g3, checkmate, checkmate, carnage, carnage. Excellent. Very good job. Very, very good job. Okay, I wonder if you are going to find the next one easier or harder. Oh wait, I'm supposed to set up position, not play moves.
I don't know what to do after e4. Sorry,
What
just
do you mean you don't know what to do after e4? Play
I
moves
don't
and
I
win the
don't
game.
I don't play e4.
Oh, but actually, this wasn't an e4 opening. This was
No,
d4. Like it is screaming to be d4 actually, and it was a d4 opening, 100%.
no, I mean just now.
I know what you meant.
Yeah,
I
okay.
know. Yeah.
Okay. The other one, yeah, it looks like positions I get out of the London.
Yeah, I know, which is why I started with that, because I wanted to make you feel in your comfort zone before I take you out of it.
Awesome.
I'm a very kind person, as you can tell. Why to move? What is your move and why?
Hmm. Okay. It's not so straightforward, is it?
Nope. Was it a question for me or for yourself?
For myself.
Okay.
You know what I would love to have? I don't know if this is relevant, but I
Lots of money.
actually I don't know if I
Me too.
lots of money for sure and a house in Spain. But in this position, I think I would like. I don't know if this is relevant at all, but I would like to have a night on C4 here.
Well, make it happen, lady. It's a
So,
lot easier than a house in Spain.
so I could go knight d2 here, trying to reroute to c4. Yeah.
Why is there so much tentativeness, if that's even a word, in your voice? Why don't you present your case like 92 and I'm going to rip their head off with that monster knight on c4 and watch me do it. You can have my house and bank account if that's wrong. That's the level of confidence I'm aiming for. Because when you are right, I want you to have the confidence behind it.
I'm going
There's
knight
no
d2 and
way.
then c4.
Yeah, absolutely. Because I want you to understand it. You can't be just a little bit right. You are either right or you're not. There is no move in chess which we will go like, yeah, you are right, kind of, but actually you said knight h4, so you got the piece right, but the square. No, like you either said knight d2, in which case all glory goes to you, or you're wrong. And if you feel that you are right, I want you to enjoy the euphoria, however small that may be, of, yeah, I figured it out, I have it, and if I had this, I would destroy Magnus Carlsen. Bring the loser. Bring him. Bring him to me right now. Let me have him. That's it. Very good. 92. Absolute belter of a move. With knight c4 coming and then d6, it's gonna be Carnage City and then some. Okay. I am going to now turn the heat up a little bit, so to speak, and I'm going to do the following thing. Okay, let's start with yet another London-esque position, if I might. Oh, sorry, I'm very musical. Not. Do you have a nice singing voice?
Some people say I do.
Right. So what you are meaning to say is that yes, you do.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Where notices the fact. Uh, I do, yes, I do. I could be a singer if I wanted to, actually.
You wanted to be a singer?
I could if I wanted to.
Really? Okay. So here is an offer, or rather a request. If our collaboration turns out to be so successful that you come top three in this tournament, but preferably ahead of the second guy, you're going to sing a song for me, and it's my pick. Are we game?
It's like because it's like if I'm in the top three, it's an extra prize. I also get to sing. Yes, we can do that.
Done. Chad heard it, so it's locked in. All right, lady, are you ready?
Yes.
Pablo, when I'm more like, it depends. If I look at a 3D board, it's 3. If I look at a 2D board, it's 2. This is what your opponent played. I want you to tell me which recapture is the way you go and why.
I mean, the first thing I thought about was C takes D, right? Otherwise, we leave a pawn hanging. But is it actually hanging? I guess that's the major question. Uh, so that's what I'm gonna think about for a second. I was I'm actually not sure.
Okay, so call out a line for either case so that we have a reference point and a comparison point.
Actually, that's a fair point because I was just thinking C takes D and then that's it. But then there's a game after that, so uh,
Well, actually, the C takes D is the less calculable one because there is nothing concrete there.
mhm.
EG is the more calculable one, so I would recommend you start there.
Okay. Well, um, queen takes. I was just looking at any knight move because then we're opening up the bishop with an attack on the queen. But I was just looking at just knight b3, even though we can put it anywhere else, I guess. But
So why would you go to P3 then if you can go literally everywhere?
I don't have to. Well, I can go to I can go to c4. I can go to e4.
Hmm. Which one seems to be the most aggro, also correctly known as the best?
I think e4 looks the most aggressive.
So let's calculate that one then.
Well, queen can just go back somewhere.
No, don't ever calculate somewhere. Always name a square.
um, let's say it just goes back to c7.
Yeah, exactly. Keep going.
Uh,
What can we do with the knight on e4 now?
we can simply take the knight on f6,
Right? They take
and
back.
then they take back. And
Does it look
after
to you like fun? Give me one more move that you would play there for white.
mm, I was looking at
What is the
castles,
most...
but I don't know if.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah, right. So the decision I want you to make is what position appeals to you more for white? To look at this,
Hmm.
or, and I'm not going to play it out because I want it to be a challenge, to take with a pawn, sack this, go on knight e4, take that, and then castle.
To be honest, in the game, I'll probably just take with the c pawn.
So you're telling me that this is more fun?
But it's not definitely not more fun, no.
So why would you do that? Okay, is it
Because
object?
I'm scared.
Scared of what?
So, for my king. Well, in this
But hold on
situation,
a
honestly.
second. Oh, okay, I'm a very, very tiny bit confused now, lady. You need to straighten this out for me. So the only reason why you choose this is because your king is a shed load safer than theirs, no? Like you are ready to launch an attack, open fast. This king is at least 2 moves away from castling, at the very least.
Well, there is the open G file right in front of my king, and
And what
then
is going to attack your king other than this?
maybe they can break the bishop. Bishop.
Maybe I will win the lotto. How? How?
uh, I don't know. Bishop d6. But
You
the
tell me what that does.
nothing right now.
Exactly. So the long-term prospects are more with you than with them. There is no attack on your king, especially with no pawn on f2. It means that your queen is covering it super, super easily. Rook can't really go here because it's on. It's a risky decision in the sense that you still need to prove yourself here. I'm going to turn on the engine for funses. It's going to give you an equal evaluation. So the line that you proposed goes like this. Bishop 8 d6, we play bishop h6. No castling anymore, right? Plus we are threatening to do this. Yeah, only
Yes.
move rook g8. Now we can't take this because then rook h8 skewers the rocks, the bishops rather. But queen e1. Now you're coming in from here. Who is the attacker? Who is the defender? Like most chess players on your level, as well as on my level, here would play bishop d7. And now after queen h4, f5, and let's say rook in, who do we prefer now? Also known as whose king is safer?
I guess white's king. Although black can now castle next. And then it's different. Well, not right away,
I,
but
I was about to say that you must be playing with different rules than I am, because
why?
that castling has been denied
Ah,
firmly, in fact.
well, what if the bishop goes to e7?
Castling denied again. I mean, they can castle, but then we can pick off the pawn and then the game goes on. Look, I don't want to present this case to you. I don't know what I just did then. Oh, I maximized my screen as a glorious way to play. But this is fun and has a lot of attacking potential. And remember, it was a matter of comparison. This keeps the pawn structure completely symmetrical with a giant outpost here. And after knight b4, now we are facing multiple problems, which means that now your only legal move is to pull the bishop back here, right? And after bishop d7, you are facing this miserable situation where black is playing rook c8, knight c2, and all of your good pieces are coming off. So think about it this way. You not merely evaluated how good this position was after takes and sacking the pawn. You
Yeah.
chose here a comparison. We had two choices. One was rigid, dull, boring, unpleasant. The other one was unclear, but kind of fun and dynamic too. So yeah, that was the name of the game. I want to show you one more, and this one is going to be a lot clearer in its evaluation and everything about it. And actually, this is an opening question from the Schliemann, an opening line that I recommend for black in my course. Oh, hello. So I am going to offer you two moves. Knight here, pawn here. One of them is really good, the other one is really bad. Which is which? No pressure.
Hmm. Honestly, I don't know. For some reason, I don't play these sorts of positions, but this reminds me of some other positions where if you push the pawn and then you end up with that structure, that's not really good. It's just a feeling. But then
Uh,
I was looking at knight f6, and then after pawn takes, maybe we go d6 there to. We don't actually have to, but then yeah, we're opening up the bishop. I don't know if d6
Mhm.
or d5 is better, but I think d6, I think, here. And
Mhm.
then also attacking the pawn. That doesn't look bad to me. So I would go knight f6.
Very good. What do we call this business when this happens in chess, when there is this guy on and then we push past? Starts with T and not testosterone. What I experienced on dates. Very good.
Oh, it's tension. Is it
Bingo. What are
actually?
we? How?
Oh,
What is our policy when it comes to tension in chess? What is the golden rule?
you want to keep it.
Bingo. What is your way of releasing it? What is the additional adage? When do we release tension?
When you trade, when
I
you.
my rule is that you only release tension when it clearly benefits you.
Ah, okay.
Okay? So
Okay.
F4 releases the tension on E4. And consequently, it allows a very, very strong counterpunch by white. What is white's best move here? Hands down. You've got 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1.
Bishop takes. Bishop
Now.
takes knight. Bishop takes knight.
Um, no, but you were a little bit unlucky. Am I guessing correctly that you wanted to do this?
Yes.
Yeah, I think that this is gonna hurt a bit.
Oh, that's true.
So I'll give you another 5 seconds.
Wait. Uh, um, 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 how about d4?
That sounded like a question. I don't do
d4,
questions.
d4, d4,
As in,
d.
I do the questions. You don't get to. Correct. D4. D4. I want you to remember this pattern that when they push fast like that, this is almost always the immediate break that wrecks them like crazy. There
Okay.
are few very famous examples in like Slav structures where people often do, actually, let me do it like this, crazy stuff like this, yeah? And one way to kill this is b6, because after b4, a5, they can't go a3 because the rook hangs. You with me?
Yeah.
But another very common way to deal with this is e5. And after takes 9 g4, both of these guys are bleeding out really, really badly. Yeah?
Yeah.
Now, I wouldn't play e5 right here, but as a motive, I want you to know that this is something that is already on the card.
Mm-hmm.
And that's, again, an analogous response. c5 breaking e5. Bang. Actually, you do, if Chesscom, I'm gonna fire you or sue you for that stupid crap. So in the London, it might happen to you, by the way, if people do some utter nonsense like this. Yeah, this allows your e4 to be incredibly unknowing because they can't really take because it splits up the pawns. And if they don't take, well, then you keep on rolling up and squashing them completely, yeah, right?
Yeah.
So that's the analogy there.